So this is York's Folly down here just outside Pateley Bridge in North Yorkshire, and I've brought you here today because I want to show you where the Earth Power Centre is here at this folly. Now obviously this is a fairly recent construction, but even somewhere like this there will be an Earth Energy Power Centre, or as I tend to call them, an Earth Power Centre. Now the point of this is that these are all spirals, and we find these everywhere, and you'll see on other videos on my channel that I talk about these spirals quite a lot. The reason that I want to make it clear why they're important is because they're actually linked to the law of attraction. The thing that actually a lot of people talk about in terms of life coaching and changing your reality and changing things in your life and taking control of your life. And what this earth energy is about is actually about the process. This is the mechanism that enables the law of attraction to work. It's basically a three-stage process. It involves us, the human being, with our thoughts and our desires and our emotion. It involves the energy of the mind, if we may call it that, which actually I would use in other language to be the spirit or Holy Spirit, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to offend anybody, but these are just labels for the time being, so if you'll bear with me. And then the third element of this manifestation process is the earth itself, and the link in here is with the earth energy. This is why I keep going on about where the power centre is in your house, in your home. And obviously on my website you'll see a lot of references to old sites, megalithic sites, Neolithic sites, all of these sort of things. And the reason that I am fascinated by these ancient sites is because actually I believe that the ancients realised the importance of these earth energy flows. And why were they important? Because they were important about how they related to the earth and how they lived on the earth, how they worked within their societies. It seems to me that they were using the energy of the earth actually as a tool with which to balance and harmonise and live harmoniously in all aspects of their living. These days we've got millions of people living here, living all over the place, living throughout the world, 7 billion souls or something like that. That's a lot of people. And every one of those people is having a different desire, a different emotion, expressing differently their way to live every moment of the day. And the earth energy is picking up all of these thoughts all of the time. The law of attraction isn't just something that works when you want it to work. It is there listening all the time. And that is why these power centers, these earth centers that I will show you how to find in your own home, that is why these are so important, because these are like the receptors of part of the process of manifestation, and that is the earth. So I'm just going to use my dowsing rods now to actually locate where the main power centre is of this particular location. This is a folly, so it's only a couple of hundred years old, but like any sacred site or site that has attention of human consciousness, it has developed a particular power centre. Now I brought you here because this relates to sacred sites that we feature and I talk about elsewhere on the site and on the YouTube channel. I talk a lot about Neolithic sacred sites and the way that ancient people used to relate to the earth. And this is just to demonstrate that actually even a modern sacred site, a site of interest, has a power centre. And so when I refer to the power centres in your house and your home, this is exactly the same sort of thing. It is the point at which the earth is listening. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to show you where it is. So it's quite a windy day today. The wind's basically coming from this direction, as you can see. It's all over the place. So here we go. Look, so what we do is we put the rods up and we rest them in the search position. So there's the search position. And we just ask to be shown the main power centre at this site that is useful for manifesting. And the rods will turn. I'm going to go over here and do it so that you can see better. I know roughly where it is. So we're going to ask again, please show me the main power centre for this particular site. Control against the wind, but they're there. This way. And there they cross. That is the main spiral coming out here. But that is the basic premise. This is a folly, it's a few hundred years old, it's got its own power centre. This is the earth. This is the earth being aware of the consciousness of humanity, because it's a site of interest. People look at it, people wonder at it, they may laugh at it, a couple of stumps sticking out, but it has attention, and therefore the earth is interested. It wants to know what humanity is thinking. And like I say, this is a thing that was built by the York family just as never was a building. It was always built as a folly, just as a ruin. And it's a bit of a tourist attraction around here. The locals know it, and it stands in this very, very auspicious and prominent spot overlooking the Nidderdale Valley, basically. Up here is Nidderdale, which is where I live. And so it's seen by thousands of people every day and recognised for what it is. And so attention, human attention, goes to this spot. And therefore it was pretty obvious that there was going to be a fairly major power centre, earth power centre, at this position, which indeed is what we found, what I've shown you on the video. Anywhere that human attention goes, you will find a power centre spiral. And the importance of those is that it's your connection to the manifesting process. If you want to be linked in with the most effective energy that you can get, find your power center spiral and sit on that and meditate. And do everything else that you've been told by loads of other different life coaches over the years about the law of attraction. I can guarantee you, you will start to be taking control of your power in your own life.